It's my first time ever making a video, but I thought I'd do it because I got a new watch and I think it's pretty cool. So here goes. So there's that. Of course, this watch it's rooted now, and it's also running Zeem launcher and as well as the official launcher. I'm going to be demonstrating the rooted capacity, obviously, not just the stock capacity. So obviously you can get lots of apps once you root it and you follow the instructions. You just look it up, it's easy. And you can do all sorts of stuff. Like, for instance, you can use other music players, or some apps, quite a few apps don't work, but quite a few apps do work, so it's pretty good. You can even go on the Google Play Store. Right now I'm using a ROM called DP-ROM. Oops, forgot to turn on Wi-Fi. It's asking me if I want to enable Wi-Fi, so yes, I do want to enable Wi-Fi. Okay, now I'm connected, and let's see. Play Store. So you can even do the Google Play Store. Of course, none of the search functions work, unfortunately. What? Sorry, sometimes it force closes. It's quite unfortunate. There we go, Google Play Store. You can do all of that stuff or whatever. And yeah, so there's the Google Play Store. And you can even do, and you can also do the Amazon App Store, which is another good repository for applications. They offer a free one. They offer one free every day, which is good. It's kind of cool. So please excuse the lack of skill in the manipulation of the device on camera. I've had no experience with this whatsoever. As I said, it's my first time. So yeah, so that's the Amazon App Store. Let's see what else. Even though the search function doesn't work on the Google Market, you can get a second app, an app called Search Market, and that'll do the search for you. Oh, I gotta enable that was the stock keyboard, and I don't want the stock keyboard. So I'm gonna go back and enable the not stock keyboard. Enable this keyboard. This keyboard works pretty well. So do that. Go over here, do that. There we go. Excellent. So I'm going to go back. And anyway, Search Market will let you do that. You can even do Dolphin web browser, which is pretty nice. See. Go on, yeah, I know, access pretty much any website. Sorry, apologize for the interruption. And let's see, yeah, so that's Dolphin web browser, and you can do games too. The one I initially saw in the video was Angry Birds. Here's a more popular one, Temple Run. Seems to be popular these days. Of course, the accelerometer is going to cause issues, but the directional functionality, the swiping is still perfectly adequate. Okay, it's taking too long to load, so I'm going to back out. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go back and already cut the rope. It's a pretty good one. I haven't played it yet since I replaced the ROM, so I'm obviously on level 1 because I haven't played it yet since I replaced the ROM recently, and of course that wipes all the memory. Not the fastest thing on the planet, but it's at least better than a no touch. I might have to make a video on that one sometime soon. That's difficult to do on. Okay, well, you get the idea on that. The one that I initially saw, I saw a video on YouTube or something that got me initially interested in this device, was of course Angry Birds. That's of course been very popular. They use that as the default app. Doesn't want to load at the moment. Okay, I'm trying to make this video not last too long, so I'm gonna have to not do that then. Oh, Fruit Ninja, that's a good one. Let's demonstrate that. There we go. Now, of course, this doesn't have any external speakers, so there's no sound unless you do unless you input an external speaker through the headphone port, or you just use your headphones. Don't like open faint. There we go. It's better. Okay, so there's Fruit Ninja. We can do new game, classic. I'm not very good at this, so you got to excuse me. Oops, as I said, I'm not too good at this. Okay, well, I'm gonna fail, obviously. Okay, there we go. That was just a demonstration of that, actually. Okay. I do Gmail, but I don't want everybody to see my email, so that's not a good idea. Obviously, I have to keep some privacy here. Pandora works quite well. Okay. Requisite advertisement. And of course, the good thing is you can remap the buttons using a utility, so that's good. And then, as you can see, Pandora is not working not working too poorly. Takes a minute to load, of course. You can do thumbs up, thumbs down, all of that stuff, and you can search your stuff, search your stations. I haven't tried this yet, actually. The Sketchbook, Autodesk Sketchbook Mobile. I'm gonna accept. Okay. Oh. That was my miserable attempt at a smiley face. But, if you wanted, with enough practice, I'm sure one could, easily could be able to do quite good pictures on that, even on a small screen. And we got Google Play Music, which works pretty well. Some of the, some of this stuff isn't so great, but oops. Google Music. So we got that, and of course my album art is all screwed up. I don't know how that happened, but that's kind of irrelevant for this deal. You can do maps and navigation. Try it again. There we go. It's better. Oh fudge. Anyway, I don't want to reveal exactly where my house is, so I'm going to leave it at that. But it's pretty obvious that it works. Okay, let's see. Ooh. I don't know what I just started. I guess I did that on my phone. And, yeah, most stuff works as like usual, as I've shown. And you can even do the stock launcher if you want. So I'm gonna go here, do settings. They add some new settings, so you can, oops, my bad, can manage. Okay, so I'm gonna manage applications. Okay, so what does come up? Of course. Oops, back. I wanted. Go down to Zine Launcher. Clear the default. And use the stock launcher just to show that everything's working perfectly on the stock. So there's the stock. what it would normally look like if it wasn't rooted and running another launcher. Everything still works perfectly, including notifications. Not that I use the notifications. I thought I would, but I don't end up doing that. FM radios are nice, because there's not really any FM radio apps for Android that I know of, but I haven't done too much research into that, so I might have to do that later. But yeah, so, and of course these buttons are remapped, so the music button is now the menu button, and the start button is now the home button. And you got the volume keys on the side, up and down, and you got the sleep wake. That's still the same, and then back is still the back button. And I don't know if you can see it there, but there's a capacitive back button. There we go, right there. And yeah, and it's got a little headphone port. I think it's standard millimeter setting. And then it's got the micro SD right there. So yeah, that is the Motorola MotoACTV rooted and running Zine launcher, among other things.